Before we start this video, I want to thank the people who created last-minute outfits or wrote a review for this video. Their names are listed with the looks or review. I also credit these 3 people for the mannequin looks by allowing me to use their wardrobe for this. Now let's quickly start the video.
I volunteer as tribute!
Almost everyone knows these movies, Twilight and the Hunger Games. When Bella's mother remarries and Bella goes to live with her father, she meets the mysterious Edward at her new school. He is different from her classmates and Bella is strongly attracted to him. Surprise, Edward turns out to be a vampire.
This is what I am.
In dystopian Panem, the Hunger Games take place in which young people must kill each other. Katniss Everdeen participates when she takes her sister's place. Now enough about the movies, let's take a look at the new collection. Because I absolutely love both movies, I am happy with this collection. It is nice that there are enough variants and different colors, but of course that makes it a lot harder to be able to buy everything as the prices go up, especially after the Valentine collection. I do have to admit that I liked the previous collection more since it included more items, but also we got more time to be able to save up for this. Also, my wish list was much bigger because of the huge choice we had. This time it is a bit more disappointing. Of course, you can explore the shop yourself to see what's available. I always catch myself that when I think I have bought everything I wanted, I discover something new. As a result, I'm always immediately broke after every collection. There are plenty of fun items to recreate your favorite Twilight or Hunger Games character. These are a few examples. Of course, you can also use old items from the previous collection to create a fun look. Because of this collection, enough players got a lot of inspiration for their outfits. As you can see, there are plenty of different colors to create unique looks with. Of course, I also asked for the opinions of other players.
It looks like a lot of people doesn't like this collection, but this is one of my favorite. Not because of it being Twilight and the Hunger Games, love it also. But there is so many clothing items and accessories that will work perfect when layering. For example, the flaming dress and another skirt to hide the bottom part, and then you have a cute top. And the capes are a must-have. I'm buying every color so I can match them with other outfits in the same color.
I absolutely love the Twilight and Hunger Games collection. It brings me back to 2011 when I was the biggest obsessed Twilight fan in the entire world. I remember vividly that when the collection came out then, I had literal tears in my eyes of happiness. This is the reason why I came back to Gosupermodel, for the nostalgic feeling of happiness and the memories I made.
This collection is very disappointing to me, especially in comparison to the Valentine's Day collection. I bought a lot from that collection, and from this one I only really liked the long fire dresses and fire shoes. I'm not a fan of any of the movie series from this collection, so to me, these items are not interesting. If the items would be of higher quality and easier to match with my current wardrobe, maybe I would buy more, but right now it really flopped. I hope the next collection will have more items that appeal to a larger group of people, instead of very specific fandoms.
I'm so glad this collection is back. Even though I wouldn't consider myself a die-hard Twilight or Hunger Games fan, it is so nostalgic to me. I remember the day that the Twilight collection came out like it was yesterday. The clothes were well designed and I was so happy when I bought the werewolf. I feel like you can pick and choose the items to make cool looks that don't have anything to do with either franchise as well. Overall, I am very happy with this collection.
I love the nostalgia these items bring, since these two fandoms were such a big part of my life back when Gosupermodel was 2. But from this collection I'm only buying the items that are multi-use.
I love that Gosupermodel caters to all people with their collections. But I think some of the pieces aren't going with the Twilight and Hunger Games theme. Also, I would have loved some Effie looks from the Hunger Games. The extravaganza she wears would cater to people that aren't into the whole fantasy theme.
A lot of potential products suitable for the dress-up game arrived in the shop. However, the victory is taken by the different colored flame dresses and wings. I got inspiration from the green flame products to finally realize the Maleficent look. Capes bring more opportunities for layering. I love that. I really like the red eye color too. If I were to say something negative, I would also like a black color option for some of the products. When it comes to products that look real, I have thoughts between hate and love. Vampire makeups look terrible if they are not layered with other makeups.
Not the biggest fan of the collection, missing some old items we called Twilight back in the days. But totally in love with the light sparkles for on the skin. They slay, and I haven't even talked about fire dresses and the duo colored hair, but based on the new collection, I'm not a big fan.
I truly do like the collection, however, it is not my favorite so far. This collection has some really nice hairs that I have been missing, and the pop of color in the clothing has been very refreshing. It awakes this sense of nostalgia, combined with the nostalgia of Gosupermodel being back in itself. I believe that every collection is what you make it out to be yourself. Which clothes can you combine? Which outfit will this piece or accessories fit with? The hairs are so good to combine with hairs that we got through the earlier collections, as well as a lot of the tops. It offers a great variety of not only shoes, but also more discreet jewelry, which I love. The gold headband is one of my favorite accessories and adds such a subtle touch to an outfit, without being too much.
It's nostalgic, and it makes me want to rewatch the movies. When it comes to the items, I'm not a fan of the collection as a whole, but I really like some of the items.
The Hunger Games book series was a very big part of my early teens, and helped shape me into the person I am today. The only reason I even discovered this series was through a random magazine on Swedish Gosupermodel back in 2009, so with the return of this collection it kind of feels like a full circle moment for me. I feel like it's a good choice to bring back older collections based around different fandoms, the Hunger Games, Twilight etc., because many of us were part of them. Even if we've maybe moved on, and maybe even look back at how obsessed we were and cringe, there's still that feeling of nostalgia and memories of a different time. I feel like the items themselves are a fairly good representation of what Gosupermodel fashion was back in the day, and also the books and movies they're based on. Some designs are better than others, but that will always be the case. Overall, this collection makes me smile, and I'm very happy it's here.
I hope you guys liked this video. I'm curious to know what you guys think of this collection, so be sure to let me know. Love to see you guys in my next video. See you next time.